Good morning, my fellow meatheads. As you see, it is a beautiful snowy day in Colorado, which is why I am currently sitting at home sipping coffee at 8:15 in the morning and not at work. Work got delayed a little bit, so I'll be able to show up later and get what I need to get done. But for the time being, I get to enjoy my morning, go lift. I was supposed to lift yesterday on Tuesday. It's currently Wednesday morning. But I got home from work kind of late. Didn't have a whole lot of energy, so I postponed my lift until today. The plan was to go this afternoon, but it snowed like 8 inches overnight, so I'll be able to go this morning. I'm gonna go hitting back and biceps. Um, just a lot of slow, controlled rowing movements. Uh, really focusing on stretching my lats out because, like, my lats are my most lagging body part, in my opinion. And they're a body part that when I go to stage, if I lose a show, it's one of the primary reasons is going to be because my lats aren't big enough, in my opinion. So it's a body part that I know I need to work on, and I have been working on. So a lot of focus and energy whenever my back days come around. Like I don't really have a choice. It's one of those lifts that I can't go into and be like feeling 50% and like not really giving it all of the effort that I possibly can. Like I have to go in, I have to push myself because I know that it's like one of my most important lifts throughout each week. Other than that, bad news, ran out of bagels yesterday, and I don't know if my bagel shop is going to be open this morning because of the snow. Uh, we'll have to cross our fingers and hope that they're open after the gym. I'll probably be done lifting around 10, so like hopefully it gives them enough time to get the roads clear and get some people into the bagel shop. That is a very essential thing to have open this morning. So speaking of snowing, definitely going to be going snowboarding this weekend. Supposed to get like 18 inches here over the next 3 days between today, Thursday, and Friday. And it might be more because we were only supposed to get like 2 inches last night, and we ended up getting like 6 to 8 easily, at least where I live. So because I'm going snowboarding this weekend, that does affect my lifting schedule, and that's going to be something that I have to change over the next few months. So I'm looking at, right, so I was supposed to lift on Tuesday for my back day, but now I'm lifting Wednesday this morning. Thursday is still going to be scheduled shoulders, biceps, weaknesses day. Then Friday, which I usually don't lift on, I'm going to have to push my leg day back to Friday. And then Saturday, which is usually leg day, is going to have to now be chest, which is usually Sunday. Because Sunday, I'm going snowboarding, and I'm going to be doing that about twice a month throughout the season. So I'm probably going to shift, quote unquote, permanently to this lifting schedule. But with that being said, let's get to the lift. All right, bundled up. Truck has been preheating for like 20 minutes. Time to hop in and go to the gym. All right, so I've worked through my warm-up progressions with this. This is like a seated, chest-supported isolateral low roll. Low row is the name of the machine. This is my first movement for back day. You know, did some basic like body weight, I guess, like just stretching my lats out, stretching my shoulders out, stretching my biceps out, making sure that I'm a little warm, and then working through the weight on this machine up until my working rate, which is, right now it's 4 plates and a 10 per side for my first set, and then it's 3 plates and a 25 for my second set. First set, the intention is to get 8 to 9 reps, but it should be like ball to the wall, as much effort as I can possibly give. And then the second set is supposed to be 20% lower weight, but I'm shooting for like 12 to 15 reps. And once I hit that 15 rep mark, I got to increase the weight, right? So that happens over a period of weeks. But yeah, let's get this first set in. Ah. Oh, shit. Come on. So first set felt great. Got the 8 reps I'm looking for. Probably going to bump that up to 9 reps next week, or try for 9 reps next week. You notice the whole time I'm just trying to be as slow and controlled as possible. Maybe a rep or two was faster than I wanted, but like for the most part, every rep is squeezing at the top, controlling it on the way down, and then getting a full extension out of that lat, letting that lat come forward and just stretch, right? So same concept here, just lighter weight, higher reps. Oh, come on. Come on. Oh. Come on. This movement is another one of those that I'm not like super familiar with. I've only been doing it for like the last 4 weeks or so. It's essentially a lawnmower row, right? It's a dumbbell row, except I'm doing it on a incline bench, supporting my chest this way, right? So I just reach underneath, grab right here for like a stabilizer, right? Make sure my feet are good. And then I'm just here, pulling towards my hip, getting as much movement as I can, right? Same set design as the previous movement. First set is high intensity, 8 to 9 reps. Second set is a little bit lighter weight, a little bit higher reps. Here we go. Oh. 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 Yeah. Oh. 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 Ah, shit. So we got 9 reps there, which is good. Oh. Oh. Uh, oh. So, next movement, upper back pull down. Right, I'm trying to isolate that upper shelf, low traps. Right, not trying to hit lats here. I'm not performing a lat pull down. Again, first set heavy, second set a little bit lighter. Just trying to control the weight, really squeeze the upper back and get some stimulation there, you know? Straps. Always, always, always use lifting straps. Because your back can move more weight than your forearms can handle. Come on. Up. There we go. Come on. Well, 10 reps today. So next week the weight is definitely going to go up here. Probably bump it up like 5 pounds. Okay, second set. I'm bumping weight up from what I did last week. Last week I did 160. This week I'm doing 170. The stack only goes in increments of 20 pounds, but I can add a little 10-pound additional weight. All right, so by far my favorite movement on back day, this right here, seated cable row. I just feel like I can get such a good stretch in my lat and such a good squeeze the top side, right? So 2 sets, 12 to 15 reps, kind of keeping the weight the same both sets, just really trying to control the weight, get a really good squeeze. There's a few specific like technical things that I look for when I set up, but I'm not going to get super into that.
Damn! Shit never gets lighter, that's for sure. This is a weird movement because, like, after the first rep, I'm like, yeah, there's no way I'm getting 15. Like, this is every time, right? First rep, I'm like, no way I'm getting 15. And then, like, the 12th rep comes around, I'm like, yeah, I got 3 more in me. I don't know. Just feels very heavy, but it moves well. Oh. Oh, shit. Come on. Whew. Okay. Second set, drop the weight by 10 pounds. I mean, the only reason I'm doing that is because first set, I'm doing that pretty much every time I do this movement, because first set towards the 12th, 13th rep, it's getting pretty hard to actually complete the rep. So the second set, I drop some weight. That way I make sure I'm getting all 15, right? So yeah. Yep. So that's my last lat movement. Definitely feeling very, very fatigued in my lats. Even if I attempted to do something else, I would start to say that we're in the territory of diminishing returns. I would not get a lot of results from any additional movement from here on out with my lats. So we're moving on to some biceps. Moving on to a high cable curl. So cable about head height. Once I extend my arm, right? So right about there. I was watching a video a couple weeks ago, or last week, where Martin Fitzwater and Chris Bumstead were training together, and they were discussing like bicep training and how when they were teenagers, they were moving crazy weight, right? And as they progressed throughout their bodybuilding careers, they started to realize that bicep training is more effective when done light. And I was just like, you know what, dude, I've probably been doing the exact same thing, so let me just drop the weight across all my bicep movements and really focus on a squeeze. So these next 2 bicep movements, that's what we're looking for. Slow, controlled squeeze, that kind of thing. Doing some concentration curls, which I guess is a fancy way of saying that I'm just bringing the weight up and really contracting it. Using the 30-pound dumbbells on these, would honestly prefer to be using the 25s, but there's only one 25-pound dumbbell, so I can't use those. So we're going slightly heavier than I would have preferred, but not a huge deal. We're still going to move the weight effectively. What's up? No, you got it. All right. Here we go. I prefer to do these standing. No particular reason. I just would rather do them like this than I would when I'm sitting in a seated, like upright seat, right? So. This is one of those movements that lightening up the weight has really benefited me, I think. I used to do these at like 45 pounds, and I was swinging the weight too much. But another 25-pound dumbbell has appeared. So now we got two 25s. So drop the weight even more, looking to get even more of a squeeze to the top and control it on the way down. So last set of this. Holy shit. Talk about a forearm pump. It's like I can barely even close my fist. Biceps are feeling great. Forearms are feeling great. Get a few sets of abs, and then we're gonna go pose. The weighted crunch machine that I wanted to use was taken, so we will have to settle for this. Yeah, I mean, I literally do this movement on the cable so infrequently because I'm usually doing the weighted crunch that I don't even know what weight to use. So that was probably too light. Um, but yeah, don't neglect your abs. It's just like any other muscle. Train them to failure. And that's how you get big abs. It's the wrong word, but you get what I'm trying to say. So yeah, we'll do 3 sets here, and then we'll go pose. At this point in time in the lift, some of the blood has already left my lats, so they're not as pumped as they were, but let's see what we look like. I have no idea what I'm going to do with this microphone, by the way. Let's see. Clip it to my ear. Sounds dumb, but it might work. Like that. Hello? I mean, hey, not a terrible solution. All right. Pulling a vacuum in my front lat spread is actually super hard for me. There we go. That felt good. Okay. Here we go. Rear lat spread. Yeah. One more time. And rear double. And most muscular.
All right. successful back day. Um, Finished the lift, went into work for a little bit, didn't have to stay there for too long, but now I'm back home. Have gotten in 4 of my 5 meals. Probably have my fifth meal here in an hour or so, but the lift felt really good. I'm happy with how I performed across all of the movements. I think next week we're going to be looking at jumping up the weight on a couple of the movements. Again, keeping any kind of bicep movement light and where it's at right now, probably. But for some of the actual pulling movements, we should be looking at a weight increase next week. But yeah, just happy with everything's going. Uh, I really like with my posing. I really like my rear shots, like my rear lat spread, my back double bi. I think those are two of my stronger shots. I think my rear lat spread might be my best shot that I've got. Because whenever I'm like in full posing trunks and the legs are exposed, my legs, adductors, hamstrings, glutes kind of tie everything together, and it makes that rear lat spread look really good. So I think that could be one of my shots that wins me shows, right? So again, please leave a comment, ask some questions, give some suggestions as to what you want to see in the next couple videos. Um, but yeah, I'm holding myself accountable. I will be posting every time I lift. Hopefully, going to get some footage of snowboarding this weekend. No promises. Um, it is going to be my first time in a few years, so like, fully expect me to have video of busting my ass and falling on the ground and all that. And yeah. Oh, this hoodie came in today uh, from a UK brand called Explosive Fibers. I'm not sponsored or anything. It just came in and it looks really sick. Um, it's like fleece material. It's like stitched. It's kind of hard to see with the fact that it's like a black hoodie, but it's inverse stitched, so like the stitching is exposed, and then super soft. It's oversized, and it has some really cool XXXL bodybuilding logo on the back. I don't know. It's just advertising that you're massive, you know? But if anybody's looking for some pretty cool hoodies or really just baggy bodybuilding clothes, they're a good brand to go hit up. And the shipping actually was super fast. I think I ordered on Thursday last week. Here it is Wednesday, and it's arrived all the way from the UK, so can't hate on it. But yeah, leave a thumbs up. Please subscribe. Please leave a comment. Engage with the video. Appreciate y'all.